Okay, so when I started this little ramble series, I didn't expect for each of them to be so long. I've recorded a couple. I don't know how many have come out at this point. I kind of just record them whenever. But most of them are at least 20 minutes, and I just recorded one that was like 40 minutes. So I did not intend for them to be that long. So this one is going to be way shorter. It's another thing. It's just another topic that no one cares about but me. And it is about the fact that there has never been a good Godzilla anime. There really hasn't been. For those who don't know, I'm a really big Godzilla fan. I haven't seen all the movies, obviously, but I like me some Godzilla. I've seen some of them. I've seen all the MonsterVerse movies. I've seen Shin Godzilla. I just watched Godzilla -1. Fantastic. They're all great. All of them are good. My favorite one's probably Godzilla Final Wars. Fantastic. Love me some Godzilla. And I've always thought that Godzilla would be perfect for an anime adaptation. I mean, all the building blocks are there, right? It's a big monster. He fights a monster of the week or a robot or whatever. You got some human characters, whatever, on the ground. It'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun. I feel like they've done anime like that, just like without Godzilla. I don't know. Like, it'd be easy. It'd be so easy. But for some reason, they just haven't done that. There have been 3 attempts at a Godzilla anime, and one of them I actually do like, and I'll talk about that one. There's also been some American cartoons, and I'll bring those up too, because I think they actually do the idea of a Godzilla animated series way better than an actual Japanese production company could. We'll talk about that. But the first Godzilla anime to be produced, well, I mean, the first major Godzilla anime to be produced, because there's those little edutainment OVAs with Chibi Godzilla or whatnot. We'll talk about there's another Chibi Godzilla we'll talk about later. Anyway, so there was oh my god, oh Jesus Christ, oh god, I almost choked on my own spit. Anyway, so the first major Godzilla anime to come out was a trilogy of movies called the Planet of the Monsters trilogy. And the first one was okay. It's very different. It's about so Godzilla is on Earth and a bunch of other monsters are on Earth. So humans are like, fuck this, we can't stay on Earth no more, and they go into space. And then a 1,000 years or something later, a couple generations later, humans have made friends with aliens. There's 2 species of aliens. I don't remember what their names are. One of them is the super warrior tribe, and another one's a super kind of they worship a deity, which we find out later is King Ghidorah, and they go into space, but then they come back to Earth, and one kid is super mad at Godzilla for some reason, the main character. I don't remember why, but he's just really just butthurt about Godzilla. I think he killed his parents or some shit. I don't remember. Anyway, that doesn't make any sense because it's 1,000 years in the future. But yeah, they go back to Earth and they find out that without humans, nature's evolved around Godzilla, and the plant life has turned into Godzilla plant life, and there's little snake dragon thingies that are mini Godzillas, and there also is a mini Godzilla. There's a smaller Godzilla, and they think that's the main Godzilla, and they kill it, but then it turns out that the main Godzilla had evolved and grown, and he's now fucking gigantic. I think it's the biggest Godzilla in any movie, and I kind of dig that design for Godzilla. He's made out of plants. It's kind of cool, but also it's it lacks personality, I feel. You don't see he just looks like a big fucking blob. There's no emotion to it or whatever. Godzilla's a character, he's got facial expressions and stuff. He's not just he's not just a big obelisk or whatever. But yeah, so the rest of the movies, there's Mechagodzilla, which was made out of some alien metal, and they left it on Earth, and it turned into a city, which I hate. And then the third one, not Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah shows up, and he comes through a portal in the sky, and he's King Ghidorah is one of my favorite kaiju. He's the big 3-headed dragon. And in this anime movie, he's 3 big snakes coming out of a black hole in the sky. And I don't hate that, but I don't like it either. You know what I mean? Like, it's just they try too hard to make these Godzilla. I think Mothra shows up at one point too. Like, they just try too hard to make new versions of these Godzilla monsters, and I think some of it works and some of it doesn't. But overall, I don't like the movies very much. I think the first one's okay, and the second two are just like nothing. I don't think I even saw the third one, because the second one was just so boring. And I hated the idea of Mechagodzilla becoming like a city. It was so bad. It was just bad. If you like those movies, fine, whatever, who cares? But like, I just didn't like them, and I think it's a missed opportunity because, like I said, I think Godzilla is like, it would adapt perfectly to an anime. But just why do something crazy like that? And then another Godzilla anime came out more recently on Netflix, and this one was an episodic series. It was called Godzilla Singular Point. And I remember seeing the ads for this and I thought, fucking yes! This looks awesome! The designs are changed quite a bit. Everything's very drastically different. Jet Jaguar looks crazy. He's on like wheels and he has like weird fucking hands. Anguirus is all weird and cool. Rodan looks nuts. Godzilla himself has like a big mouth and like thunder thighs. He looks thick as fuck. There's like something that I thought was Titanosaurus, but turns out that's just another form for Godzilla, I guess. I don't know. It looked awesome. Like, it looked really cool. But then the anime came out, and there's all this like weird science mumbo jumbo. There's like fucking technobabble. The orthonological diagonalizers and fucking interdimensional like science technobabble, theoretical physics. I don't even like it. It's stupid. It's just so and like it's like a Christopher Nolan movie, except in a Christopher Nolan movie they kind of like dumb it down for the audience. There's like these pretty big concepts in Christopher Nolan's movies, but they kind of explain it, and then the main character's like, what? And then they kind of dumb it down for the audience. In this, they don't do that because everyone in the series is like a genius. So it feels like one of those things where, like, if you don't get it, some fucking Redditor is gonna be like, oh, well, you need to have a very high IQ to understand Godzilla's Singular Point. It's not for anyone of your go back to your other anime. Go back to fucking Gurren Lagann or some shit. Like, this isn't for you. It's not for someone of your mental capacity. It's like it literally feels like it's made for those people. It feels more like a Rick and Morty anime than the Rick and Morty anime they just released. But so yeah, that was another weird one, and it had the potential, you know? It could have been really cool because it had those human characters on the ground. They were dealing. I think the episode that I really liked was the one where it's like there's a bunch of Rodans and there's like people trapped on the bus, and like they're trying to free them. Like, that was cool. I liked that. I liked the stuff with the humans interacting with the monsters, and then it goes back to like some chick with like short hair and glasses, and she's like talking to her phone that's a dog or something. It's like a little dog on her phone, and you're talking about alternate dimensions, and then Godzilla's like, they're like, oh, Godzilla's coming. It's like, where is he? Where the fuck is he? Where's Godzilla? I'm watching a Godzilla anime. Where's the fuck is Godzilla? I don't think I even watched. I didn't watch all of it. I couldn't stand it. I like couldn't watch to the point where Godzilla actually showed up. I was just like, this is boring. I don't want to watch this. But then recently there's been another Godzilla anime called Chibi Godzilla Strikes Again. Or Raids Again. Chibi Godzilla Raids Again. And this is the only good Godzilla anime because it's fucking hilarious, okay? So if you haven't seen it, it's all on YouTube for free. And it's about all the chibi versions of these Godzilla monsters. And I guess they're like the kids of the regular Godzilla monsters. And it's really cute. It's really, really cute. Like, I think if I had to recommend an episode, Mechagodzilla is like the main character. He's kind of the straight man to all this nonsense going on around him, because it's absolute nonsense constantly. Everyone else on the island is an idiot except for Mechagodzilla. The episode I like the most is the one where he sees Chibi Godzilla and he's turned into like Shin Godzilla's first form, where he's all like beige, and they're like, Chibi Godzilla, what's wrong with you? And he's like, oh, I slept weird. I fucking slept weird. My neck hurts. It's like, I don't know. It's funny, and they're like, oh, maybe you can get back to normal by stretching. And then he stretches out his like weird little neck, and everyone's like, oh, that's gross. But then he turns back into regular fucking Chibi Godzilla. I don't know. It's cute. It's really cute. But it's the only good Godzilla. Oh, also the episode where they sing karaoke is really funny too. Those are my 2 episode recommendations. Watch those ones. Also Mothra is really cute in it too. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, that's the only good Godzilla anime that they've made. But I feel like there's still potential for a really good, decent Godzilla anime to come out. And I know there is potential because there are 2 cartoons that lay the framework for what I think a Godzilla anime should be. And those are the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla series and Godzilla the Animated series from 1999, the one based on the 98 Godzilla movie. Which, okay, I know, like, they're goofy, and, like, I know Godzilla 98 is terrible and whatnot, and I know Hanna-Barbera Godzilla is goofy. You got Godzuki over there, he can fly around and shit. But, like, that's what I want from, not Godzuki flying around and shit. I want, like, that plot. I want just a bunch of human characters following Godzilla around. They're, like, researching different kaiju. And they made that series, that Monarch series for Apple that I haven't seen, but I assume it's the same plot, where it's just, like, yeah, it's a bunch of human scientists. They're researching these monsters. Godzilla happens to fight some of them. That's what a fucking Godzilla anime should be, not the science shit, not the Planet of the Monsters shit. How is it so hard to just make a good Godzilla anime? I don't know. Hopefully in our lifetime we'll see a good Godzilla anime, because I think it could be really awesome if they did that. But I don't know. If you liked Singular Point or you like Planet of the Monsters, don't take offense to that, me saying it's bad. You're allowed to like what you like, but I don't. I don't like them. And I hope they make a good Godzilla anime, a proper, like, just a fun action series. That's all I want, a fun action series. That's what Godzilla should be. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I will see you later.